Welcome to HTC's IgnitionWeb tutorials. Today, we are going to look at how to manage a website's branding and messaging using IgnitionWeb's Promotions Manager. Promotions Manager is a highly flexible module that enables administrators to keep a website's branding and messaging up to date. Promote your website, products, services, and other offerings by easily setting up headers, banners, and pop-up windows. Each installation of Promotions Manager is customized, and not everything demonstrated in this tutorial will apply to your own installation. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to walk through the process of adding headers and targeted content using WOW, the IgnitionWeb demo site. I'm going to get started by logging into IgnitionWeb and clicking on Promotions Manager from the main navigation menu. This will bring me to a listing of all the header images used for both the English and French sections of my website. If we jump over to the WOW front end, we can see my 3 rotating headers. Back in Promotions Manager, we can change the order of the rotation simply by dragging and dropping the rank of any given image to the position that we want it. The image ranked first will be the first in the rotation, and so on. To add a new header to the rotation, first click Create New Banner. The Create New Banner page is a simple form that allows you to quickly add headers to your header listing. First, select a language preference. This will determine whether the header is shown on the English or French section of your website. Next, select a status. A deactivated header will not be displayed on your website's front end. I'm going to keep mine active. Next, select a title for your new header. This will help you identify it from within the header listing. Finally, click Add to upload your image via IgnitionWeb's Media Center browser. Be sure to select an image with appropriate dimensions for a header. Before you add the image, observe best practice by giving your image some alternative text. If you want your header to serve as a link to another web page or website, enter the destination URL in the Link URL field. I'll link to the High Touch Communications homepage for my example. If you linked your header to a separate website like I did, then you will want the link to open in a new browser window. This will ensure that your visitor doesn't unwittingly navigate away from your own site. If you link to another page on your site, you can allow the link to open in the same browser window. We are now ready to add our image to the header listing, so I'll go ahead and click Submit. My example header has now been added to the header listing and will appear in the rotation on the front end. The process for managing and adding banners and headers on other sections of your site is the same for all the different sections Promotions Manager administrates. The other type of content that can be managed using Promotions Manager is targeted content intended for your members. When a member signs up for WOW, they are asked to identify an area of interest. Depending on this selection, Promotions Manager will display a targeted banner when the member logs in. As you can see in the banner listing in the Targeted Content section of Promotions Manager, there is targeted content that can be designated for each language. Members who express an interest in content management during sign-up will be served the image assigned to content management when they sign in. To illustrate, let's first take a look at the image assigned for content management. If we jump back to the WOW homepage and log in as a member who has expressed interest in content management, we will see that the specified image is displayed in the Welcome to WOW window. Now that you know how to manage your site's branding, messaging, and targeted content, take some time to optimize your own headers and banners. Soon your site will look crisp, fresh, and up to date. That concludes HTC's tutorial on IgnitionWeb's Promotions Manager. We hope that you have learned a lot and encourage you to check out HTC's other IgnitionWeb tutorials so that you can become an IgnitionWeb master.